We are live.
I don't know where I put my camera either.
Hey, Dan. I've been
Hey,
listening.
uh-oh, and I'm not. Wait a sec, that's me. I forgot to mute. There we go. I'm not really up to myself right now.
That's scary. Grasshopper said yes, no, and no. I think about
You're breaking up, Bob.
that's because my hard chest pressed against the phone. Um, for about the question said yes, screaming and what?
You're still breaking up, but I know Grasshopper asked if I'm going live tonight. I've been putting off saying yes or nay because I don't feel very good, but I want to go. But I think I'm probably not going to unless, like, I start feeling better real quick.
No, we can get you feeling better. Is that better? I have a bright shadow gone.
Dan says, "Where's the 5 o'clock shadow, Bob? I almost didn't recognize you."
I shaved 2 days ago. Shaved my beard off. The lighting sucks. I didn't have time for makeup and all that this evening. Sound better now. I had it sitting in a pepper flower pot. That's what it was. I've got everything all rearranged here, my snakes and all that. So, and also my rotate thing is locked or something. See how it does? I should just leave it like that.
Mike got his new golfer snake. Did you see that?
He
Really
didn't.
pretty little thing.
No, he didn't. A gopher snake. New local Austin. Howdy, howdy. Welcome. No, you're not late. We just got here. Waiting on Pink. Silver Creek. Sound better now. Take all the time you need. Your health is more important than anything. That's right.
Yeah, but I hate to keep missing streams because I missed both of them last week. But I'm probably gonna miss tonight and hope that I can do Saturday night.
Well,
I need to call George too. I told him I was gonna call him, and I haven't done it yet because I haven't been feeling good.
hey, Sharpie.
What are you doing?
Mafiosi. Mafiosi. Okay. Tricolor hognose. Yeah, I did know that too. I didn't see it yet though. I've been at the art the
He
last.
did I think it was yesterday. He did an unboxing with him. Showed us setup for him and everything.
Been at the art the last
It's
3
really a
days.
cute little snake. I really like it.
Catch up. I always have to catch up toward the end of the week. Now, that's the one Q's wanting. Are you sure you didn't get that for Susie Q to ship to her?
Oh, hey, John. You find some cat food? Is that what you're getting into?
Bash them kids at Red Rooster. See that little mongrel all over the news that bashed them kids at Red Rooster. Oh, he's talking to Mark. Let's see. Bunny Viper was in here, but I'd say she got tired of waiting on you, Pam.
Oh.
I'd say.
So it has been colder than heck here.
Well,
like
that's
highs
better.
in the 50s and lows in the 30s.
That's nice. I love that kind of weather.
A lot better than hot. I gotta admit, it's a lot better than the heat. I don't do heat very well.
Yeah, I love that. My cats have been dancing since I put the pot in. Is that why they're dancing? Looking suave today. Oh, I look awful. I'm tired. I'm not sleeping but 4 or 5 hours a night. And I'm worn out from the arc today. And got to be back in the morning.
Didn't you get a new person to help you there?
Yeah, I'm still training her, but she comes in when I'm there. She doesn't come by herself yet, so it doesn't give me any time off. And I haven't felt like getting my new pool pond put to the rest of the way together. I think I could probably do it in half an hour, but I'm just so tired every evening by the time I take care of my animals and all
Hi,
that.
Jimmy P.
Worn out. Hey, Jimmy.
Oh my goodness, 91 in Northern California right now.
Yeah, but they don't have humidity, do they?
It's 59 here right now.
It was 73, I think I noticed when I was driving home about an hour ago. It's going in the 50s. It's supposed to have been raining all day, and we planned our time at the Ark today, walking dogs and stuff around it, but it never rained.
Yeah, we were supposed to get some rain yesterday, but we just had like storm clouds and wind, but not any rain.
At least you don't have a false beard to stone cats, Sharpie. I shaved my beard off. I got so sick of it. It's nasty. It just got to a point, and I couldn't leave it alone either.
So, how is everything going there? Did you get the pool set up?
No, I just said I didn't have time. Don't have time and don't feel like it. I could probably do it in half an hour. I can show you what I've got done.
Yeah.
It's just a big thing laying on the floor. Oh, for the love of God. I'm not even going to flip the screen. I'm just going to do the camera. Look in here and make sure no bodies or anything showing. That door sticks. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I haven't got anything done. It took me a day to figure it out. No, not a day, but I had put part of it together wrong. I need to put another bar in and then the corner pieces that are laid out there. And turn the corner. And then it's got the supports that go on the side. It's all sorted out now. So, but it's going to fill up about 2/3 of the room, I guess. Over half the room. This is my old orifice or office. So it shall be in here. Come
Hi,
on.
BJ.
Come on.
BJ says she
Yep.
had cardiac problems and multiple antibiotics for abscesses.
Yeah.
She had oral surgery yesterday and she's
Oh
looking
no.
forward to better health. Good. I just not been feeling good overall, and I'm not going to talk about what my problems are, but you guys can probably guess. I haven't been able to leave the house and that kind of stuff.
Well, some of them are just obvious, Pam.
Yeah.
Got to turn on the lights. I've got a bunch of these. Had a $400 electric bill, and I thought you guys are going to have to get used to basking. The ones of you that don't need to bask 12 hours. Got to turn on all that mess. Uh-oh. Here it is. What happened? Had a pool in the lounge room to kick back in. If I ever get it set up, I'm going to get in there with them because I bet they're cool to hang with. Yeah, I'm going to have that indoor pool. It's 818 gallons or something, but I'm probably going to run it about 450 gallons to start with, which will be over twice.
I'll be right back. I gotta go see what the little shit is getting into.
Yazzie, come here. Pam's talking about you. She said, little shit. Come here. No, Jimmy, I don't need any more aquariums, but I need to get those pacu out of that one back there. This light, I should have fixed the lights. Wherever they're at, I hope they're still in there. Anyway, I need to get those two out of there and get them into that pond in there. Hopefully I'll have it done by the weekend. Mike's sitting there saying, don't give Yazzie a complex. Yazzie's got complex. He's got all kinds of issues. Come here, boy. Come on. Put your feet up. Come on. Hurry. Pam's looking for you. You think that feels good for me to bend over 5 times to pick you up one time? Little varmint. She left because that other dog that lives with her, she's not there. Yeah, if I lived near Bob, he'd come home one day and find me swimming in that indoor pool. You'd be welcome. There's Pam. He looks, but he can't see you. He hears you. He thinks you're on replay or something.
I'm not sure where I put my camera. I'm not gonna worry about it right now.
Oh, he had a lot of. How big was the one, Carmen? That you saw? These guys are. Oh God, no. 3 or 4 foot. No, these are like 13 and 14 inches.
3 to 4 feet plus. Wow.
I saw that. Yeah. Yancey tried to get out of getting his eye dropped this evening. That's the first time ever. Yeah. I had to get her off the bed, but I had to cut him off steps. Here's that dog. You're going to be in the doghouse, Pam.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Got a dog there, Yazzie. She's got a dog there. It was bigger than some of the red tails. Dang. Where was that at? I'm going to tell George to send me your snake here because I'm thinking about breeding some ball pythons.
You're thinking about doing some breeding?
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
I actually sexed my
I gotta call George. Like I said, I was gonna call him, and then I haven't been feeling good, and I haven't called him yet. I need to, and I need to have an option because I'm going to. I need to raise money to pay for what I need to get the snake set up going and get the shipping done.
Oh, okay. You post the video yet? She sounds like that little Chucky doll or something. She don't sound like a dog. You ever notice that? Uh-oh. So it's now a bioactive reptile, frog and crab. I don't want any 6-foot fish. That pond is only, I think it's 8.5 by 5.5 or something like that. 8.5 by 6. So I can't have any 6-foot fish. That's cracking. Hey, Vibes. She got quiet, didn't she, Ozzy? She won't let you see her. She rubs it in your face that she's got another dog with her. I don't know what you're seeing, Pam, myself. No. Laryngitis. Yeah. It reminds me of the people in Motel Hell after Farmer Vincent uh, gets them and does his thing with them. Does the laryngectomy on them. It was a good horror movie.
I've got the chills a little bit today. That's not good.
I woke up and I had the most awesome deep, not just deep, but like, I don't know, not swarthy, but I don't know, like an old buccaneer kind of voice. Like, damn, I'm not going to talk but just a word or two and try to have this voice all day. And it was gone by mid-morning.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but I was just all stuffed up. But sometime today I got better. Sometime. I'm going to be feeding snakes tonight.
See you later, Dan.
Work's over for the day. You stayed at home. Later. The light is harsh. Did you see my froglet video, Pam?
No, I got it like saved in my to watch.
Well, there's not
My
much to
saved
it.
to watch things.
One of them when I was going in close on them, one of them did some stretching and stuff. It was did some maneuvers.
That sounds cute.
Yeah, it was the yellow tree frog or whatever. Those that invade Chattanooga Head. I woke myself up passing wind this morning. Got chilly once the duvet blew off. I bet. And I don't sleep with any cover at all, not even a sheet. There's no top cover on my bed. Did it blow onto the Chesterfield?
So my daughter has an interview in Rainier Friday for teaching art class.
In Rainier?
Rainier, Oregon. Rainier, I lived in Rainier when I was from about 1 year old till about 6 years old. And it's a really cool little town. Lots of woods. We lived way up in the hills. Oh, would you quit?
I wonder.
And that's where I have suspicions about what happened, but my dad all of a sudden, like, we very abruptly moved. We were way, way out in the country, way, way up in the hills. And all of a sudden we moved to town, and my dad quit hunting and fishing and never went in the woods again.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that the place?
His whole life, he never went in the woods again.
Is that where he saw the creature?
Yep, I think so. I never asked him about it because he died before I really got interested in the subject. But I am looking back on everything and adding it up. I'm pretty sure that that's what happened. Because he saw something in the woods that scared him really bad.
Probably right, grasshopper.
And I've also seen several reports, like sightings that people have had in that area of Rainier, around Rainier. So, but it was really deep woods, and he had hurt his back and was off work for a year, and he spent all of his time hunting and fishing. And yes, he was poaching. We lived on deer meat, and there was two game wardens in the area, and one of them was an older guy, and he looked the other way. He knew damn good and well what my dad was doing, but there was four of us kids, and my dad was out of work, so he never said a word, and he would just look the other way. In fact, he had dinner with us more than once and sat there and ate venison. But the young guy also knew and tried really, really, really hard to catch my dad, but he didn't do it. But anyway, my dad was spending a lot of time out hunting, and like say, all of a sudden we just flat moved. We moved into town, and that was it.
Weren't,
And I grew up with seeing like a huge rack of fishing poles in the garage that my dad never touched. And he had like three or four rifles, and he never went out hunting again. So something happened. I won't say for sure one way or the other what happened, but something happened.
well, how do you know something happened? Hey, Vinoski, did he like come home while there's a sheet or something? Or
I was too little to really pay that much attention, but like I say, he never went in the woods again, and I mean never. Like we used to go camping, and we'd go for rides and stop and picnic in the woods and stuff, and we never did that again. We never did that again. And then he had his next hobby was hunting arrowheads, and mostly we would go camping and stuff in the desert. I mean, we never went in the woods. And there's a lot of arrowheads along the Columbia River, and he bought a boat, and I would go out with him hunting arrowheads along the shores. But there again, he would never step in the woods. Even, he would take the boat to the riverbank, and we never ever stepped off of the bank and into the woods for anything.
well, Bigfoots can swim, I'd say.
When you moved to town, did your dad have a job then? No, not for a little while longer. He ended up, I think, about 6 or 8 months after we moved to town. My mom was working as a waitress, and my dad got a job on one of the tugboats along the river. And then from there, he went to trucking school and became a truck driver.
Bigfoot's afraid of water.
I don't think so.
Oh, she's
There's a lot of reports of them being on Vancouver Island and then swimming back and forth.
Princess is out of patience with Star.
Oh, she's mad because I put her in her kennel because she waits until she knows I'm busy, and then she was going over and getting in the cat food. And you probably know yourself that dogs eating cat food is not a good thing.
Did you see that, or did you hear her barking? That's what she's barking. She's looking for Star.
Oh, really?
We won't have no little other dogs. Imagine how.
Anyway, I know a lot of people don't believe in Bigfoot, but I do, and I really think that that's what happened with my dad. He told me one time, and I was like 16 or 17. I might have been younger than that because it was right after the that famous film came out in the 60s um, with the Bigfoot. I forget what it's called now, but anyway, after that came out, he told me one time that he was in a cave system one time and something was following him. Like it would stop when he would stop and he could hear the footsteps behind him. But I should have questioned him further about when we lived in Rainier, but I never did because I was a young, dumb teenager. Patterson Gimlin, that's what I was thinking of, the Patterson Gimlin film. It came out, like, I think in 1967. And before that, see, and this would have happened when we lived in Rainier, it was like the late 50s and early 60s. And you probably remember that it's only recently that people can even talk about Bigfoot or UFOs or anything like that without people thinking that they're absolutely nuts. And back in the late 50s, he definitely would have been, if he would have said something, everybody would have thought that he was totally off his rocker and had lost it, because that's just the way it was back then.
I would have thought back then people would be more gullible, not gullible, receptive to that.
No, it was absolutely, if you said anything about anything like that, you were nuts. That's what somebody said something the other day about. It seems like sightings are getting more frequent and on like that. And I don't think so. I think it's that people are more willing to talk about it than they ever used to be. So, like years ago, if you saw something, you just wouldn't tell anybody. Whereas now, people are more open to talking about it.
Yeah, Area 51. I never saw one, and I used to hang out in the woods a lot, swim in the ponds and all that when I was a kid. I was a loner. I'd build all kinds of forts, um, tree houses, all kinds of stuff. I was always in the woods, but maybe none lived in this area.
Oh, there's lots of sightings in Tennessee.
The only thing that might be even anything close to that is when my uncle and stuff went on vacation. I stayed on that farm anyway, but I stayed with my grandmother because she was getting up there. And they didn't want her alone, and it was good that I was like, I don't know, 10 or something, and I could stay there with her. But anyway, we were watching television and sitting in the living room, and you could look through the dining room, and the door that went out to the porch was there, and that's where I was in the woods all the time up there, and they didn't have locks on their doors. No joke, there were no locks on their doors. Nobody did it back then, especially on a farm like that. That was probably mid '60s. But anyway, I just got a creepy feeling. I didn't see anything or hear anything, but I just got creeped out that somebody could be looking through the door at us, because it was so dark out there. And I just got a feeling. And I told her I felt like, something was out there or something like that. And so she said, nothing's going to bother us. Nobody's going to bother us. And she was packing anyway. She always kept carried her gun in her apron. Always, always, always. Anyway, because they did have wild boars and stuff like that back then that would come on the farm. But she let me. I got up and put a chair. I've probably seen it on Mission Impossible or something, like the back of a chair, dining room chair, under the doorknob, and sat back down. And I hadn't been sitting down 2 minutes, and something hit that door, bam, real hard, something big, but it didn't break it. It was just a flimsy, cheap, wooden door, an old door with glass windows in the top half. You could have just knocked the glass out and opened the door through the chair. So it made me think if it was a person, that they would have done more than that. But I don't know. Of course, she did get up with her gun and went right straight to the door and moved the chair. She was ready to greet them, but I've often wondered what was that.
That actually does sound like it could have been a Sasquatch because there's lots of reports of them doing stuff like that.
And I've never felt like anybody was watching me or anything like that. My windows are, French doors are open back here all the time. I mean, nothing over them, not open, but they're out into the woods, and so if anybody was out there, anything, they'd see me in here all the time. Could see me now. I'm getting scared now. Our government knows exactly. They do know, Jim.
Oh yeah, they know, and they cover it up. And if you start really delving into it, there's lots of reports of like people hitting them with cars and killing them, and then like the black van showing up and cleaning everything up and making sure nobody has any photographs or anything. And yeah, they know. They know, and they've had bodies and everything else, but they're not going to let us know.
Cat food isn't really bad for dogs, you know. Hey, John Larson. I know a lot of people think it is, but the vets told us at the ARC that, in fact, when we run out of canned food and we can't buy it or don't want to buy it and it's not donated, we feed them canned cat food with their dog food.
Yeah, the only thing is then it makes their doo-doo smell like cat shit too.
There is that, but they poop outside.
Yeah.
Poop outside, which he said that cats can't eat dog food for like over 3 months or they'll get some deficiency. Forget what it is. I think it's one of the amino acids or something. But to feed your cat dog food, I give Dharma, the Siamese cat I have, dog food all the time. I mean, just like a bite of it, because she always wants more food, and just to get her to stop screaming, I'll give her some dog food when I'm feeding the dogs.
Yeah, I give my cats the leftovers of the wet food because I mix wet food in with Star's food with the dry food, and then I'll give the leftover in the tub to the cats to finish up.
Oh wow, that's cool, Bunny. Never seen a UFO either that I'm aware of. You know, there's something that's going around on not YouTube, but oh, what's the other platform? But anyway, it talks about that a guy's so nice and he's so this and that. And he said, and one of the things they say he's so nice, it's just something that people, a background, noise or thing that they add to their short videos. And said one of them is that aliens abducted him so he could probe the aliens. That's how hot he was. Yep. Yep. 3,000 rolls of it. Hey, Eduardo. Good
I have a
afternoon.
personal opinion about why the government doesn't want it to get out, but it might piss some people off, so I'll keep it to myself.
What have you done with him? When did you ever care about pissing anybody off?
Well, I know, huh?
Yep. Pissed me off
But
all
I
the time.
try to avoid religion and politics.
Oh, Bob, you
And
couldn't just take the movement of these things.
and my opinion has something to do with it would cause havoc among religion. And I think the government and powers that be use religion to control people a lot, so it would mess things up.
Well, I was really religious and spiritual when I was a kid and teenager. Now I'm spiritual. I'm not very religious.
Yeah, that's the way I am. I'm very spiritual, but I'm not into organized religion at all.
But I used to read the Bible a lot and try to, like figure out what they were talking about things. And I got it real quick just with a quick read that the burning bush was a laser, that kind of stuff. And it was real easy as a kid to see that stuff and imagine what that stuff was really saying. And of course now it's, that's what um, a lot of things are said that that's what this is and that is, and like the different classical stuff that was painted in the medieval times, show spaceships in the background, stuff like that.
Yeah,
But I'd asked my great aunt about it because I was like, there was something about man will get weaker and wiser and blah blah blah, blah and all that, and to me it was just really talking about the inbreeding and how technologically advanced, and I was like, this is about someone from another planet or something, God, and all that. I mean, I got that in my head. I told my great aunt, and oh my God, they had an intervention. They're like, who have you been talking to? And I'm like, nobody. I read the Bible. So I don't know. So I try to leave my opinions out of, you know.
yeah, and really the Bible can be interpreted a lot of different ways.
Oh yeah, so many different interpretations. But as a kid, it was just real easy to, see is all that farm air, that manure.
But the Bible has a lot in it about women too, how we're possessions and stuff like that. So I mean, seriously.
Well, that part, I believe. You know that. Gazi, oh, bless him. He said, I'm going to buy that hat. Baby. Yes, a baby. Oh, you don't want to go? Him's not going to come on there.
I'm not going to put my picture up today, Yazzie. I don't want to scare everybody.
She's on there, though. See her icon moving?
Yazzie.
Uh-oh. Started to make it any easier for you.
No.
With that look. Yep.
She knows when I'm talking to another dog. She does.
He's figured out your icons where your picture is, staring at it. Him's mean to him.
The things I saw were 3 vertical ships, one enormous, one and 2 smaller that zipped in crazy directions. Stopped on a dime and kept returning to the mothership. That would terrify me. I saw lights from a distance once that were like moving crazy, but like instant 90-degree angles and stuff. But I never saw it up close, thank goodness, because it would have scared me. But this area of town that I live in, the side of town that I live in is well known for lights and stuff in the sky at night.
Well, there's nothing else to see, is there?
No.
So.
But yeah, it's like from where I am to the south, there's pretty much nothing, and it's pretty well known for people seeing a lot of lights and stuff moving around at night.
Well, that's creepy. One thing I never did was sleep outside at night. I was always scared of that for some reason. I don't know. Even camping, I wouldn't do that. Uh-oh, I just blew a bulb.
Anyone see Dee? I saw her a couple days ago, but I haven't seen her for like maybe a day or two.
Who?
But Dee Dee. But she was getting over being sick and stuff last I talked to her.
It's been messing with me some over the weekend, but that's been a couple of days. She messaged me and said, okay. Yeah, I gotta find a bulb and change that bulb. Oh well. So I don't think Rob 93 is going. Don't head for the light. No. I think there's secret military links for the panel. I wish you could see it again. Barking at Tibby. And Tibby's not even looking at him. He's gonna whip your ass, Guzzy. Stop. Yeah, tell him. Damn it, stop it. Happened to knock on my door. They wouldn't have to knock. They'd just be in there. They would be looking for quarter biome. I'll have to Google that. Skinwalker Ranch. I can't get into the Skinwalker stuff. I think it's because it's Indian based or Native American based, and being a little bit of Indian, I don't think so. But I could be wrong. Shaving cream. Oh, you're watching it, Paul. Whoops. Well, if you're interested in it, that's awesome. I've read a lot of the Skinwalker stuff. Reading it's better than watching it, like a lot of things, for sure. So I started to say I don't think Rob 93 is going this evening. What is it, Mama? What is it? Huh? You're not Mama anyway. You're Rosie. You're Rosie. That's right. Uh-oh, I'm low on cream, so that means I'll be going out because I gotta have cream for my coffee or mud. I'm enjoying that too, Paul. I'm following that series. Yes, enjoying it too. I guess Pam fell asleep. Makes sense. That's true. Very true. Got the spectrum of light. Bob, are those yeah, they're prescribed and they're not cool. They're bifocals, and that's why I'm constantly doing like that because I can't read unless I'm looking through the bottom or have the camera way too close or whatever. Planets in the sun or I tried those transitional ones that don't have the lines and they made me throw up. I tried them twice. Tibby, Tibby, Tibby. There she is back.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Hot tea and is enjoying a tomato soup and melon. I've been having some little, well, they're cookies, but they're called biscuits in the morning with my coffee. I don't remember what they are now. I ate them all.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, they're like little hard cookie things. They have raspberry and orange flavor. Just big, yeah, they're really good. It went well with my coffee. Closest to Tibby. He's trying to not kill Yazzie right now, so I don't want to distract him. Yazzie's such a jerk to him, I don't know why. And there goes Gomez. As soon as I got up, he stopped. He was over there staring at me. Now he's on his way away. I'm back. I'm back. It has to be how could they get away with spending. Oh, that's a good point. Francis, where are you? Francis, come on. The light's worse. I use reading, but you want them to be prescribed. I believe it would be betters. Oh, for sure. I keep
I
trying to get
hang
Chattanooga.
I feel like we're going to get this alien Bigfoot thing figured out.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll have it figured out because for many years, because everything that comes close gets covered up. Although they did figure out and it has gotten out that the Bigfoot DNA is human, modern human female and an unknown male.
Where did they get that? Come here, Francis. Come here.
Um, that's
Oh.
been out for several years. I think one of the people that used to do a lot of investigating got some DNA test results back. A lot of us normal people, though, if we send in tests for DNA, it gets lost or, you know, they say they never got it and stuff like that. But somebody got some DNA in and it got tested.
Here's my princess. There she is.
Bigfoot faked the moon landing. There you go. Uh, I don't remember what the question was, but the answer is aliens. That's right. That's right.
Always that Chewbacca. Chewbacca born to Princess Leia. Malcolm Naden was like the Australian killer Bigfoot. You know, I went to the prom with that girl that her nickname was Bigfoot. The one that wouldn't take the piece of hay out of her mouth. Oh. Oh.
I had a friend in high school whose nickname was MIT.
Mine too.
MIT, yep. Short for Mighty Incredible Tits. Oh. Hi, George.
I didn't know that, Larry. That's what I heard from
Yeah, I'm not sure. I
you.
just
Oh,
know
really?
it has been out there for a long time that, their DNA has been tested, but
I followed him.
I think they've been here myself. I think they've been here forever, as long as we have, as long as people have.
I think it'll be David or somebody like that that does find Bigfoot. You need your toenails clipped.
And you hear people say that, well, why don't we have fossils or anything like that, or bones? But it's like,
they eat their
of all the work, all the walking and stuff that I've done in the woods, I've never seen a cougar out in the wild. That doesn't mean they aren't there.
Yeah, but
I've never found a bear skull. That doesn't mean that they don't have skulls.
They probably, hey Sky Dancer, they probably eat their deceased. Think about it.
That's a possibility. Or bury them.
We'd find them if they were buried. You know that. We would find them. Probably what? Neanderthal. Now I hear a slight echo, Pam. Didn't before. Behind Ash Creek Baptist Church. That's where Chewbacca is buried. I didn't know he had died. Thought he was still around. That's cool. You know, Princess Leia is buried beside her mother. I think they're cremated. If I was an alien, I'd burn my dead. Wouldn't leave them to be discovered. Exactly. One thing you don't hear is that Bigfoot or alien. People never seem to go that direction.
Oh, I've heard that before.
Well,
It's one of the theories that I've heard, and I've also religious people have said that they are nebulum, the nebulum. But like I said, I think they just are. They just are what they are, and they've been here forever, and are smart enough to mostly keep away from people. Because face it, people are violent.
no. 100 years of inbreeding people. Yeah, that would do something.
And I think when they do get seen, most time it's an accident. Like a lot of people see them from cars. Like that's where I saw one. I was in my car, so in my truck. So I think that those are accidents, and they disappear as quick as they can. Bigfoot is the result of aliens breeding with Robin Williams.
It's a theory I hadn't heard, but
We will not know for a long time, probably before long after I'm dead and gone, because the government does the best that they can to quickly cover up any evidence.
I think we'll know about UFOs definitively in the next 20 years.
We might with them because the government has started to release some information about them.
A Sasquatch.
But back when we were kids, they covered all that up too. But recently, they started releasing some of the old documents and stuff of like pilots and stuff seeing them.
Yep. And there's quite a bit of compelling video and sound.
Yeah, the government. Yeah, a couple of years ago, the government released part of their files. You can't tell me that they released all of them because I don't believe it. But they did start releasing some.
Well, I think there's more in depth, like interaction and stuff.
Yeah.
One-on-one that we don't know about. I really do. They became public domain. I hate to thaw mice, but I've got to do it. Wonder what Dan's giveaway is tonight.
I haven't seen his stream pop up yet.
Oh, really?
Sometimes he doesn't like get it out until, an hour or so beforehand. What?
You rolled over her leg.
No, she's a drama queen. She was just sitting at my feet, and all of a sudden she yelled out, let out a yipe.
Let's think everything up till 1964. Silver Creek. Silver Creek. Hey, Jenny Lynn. Visiting your granddaughter. Oh, I bet that's fun. Finish and reappear.
See, a lot more people have seen UFOs than they've seen Bigfoot.
I haven't seen either one. I feel.
But I think that it just got to the point with the UFOs where the government couldn't keep denying it because there's been so many people see them.
Well, there's video evidence too.
Yeah. And cases where whole towns saw them in the sky at the same time.
Yeah. Well, in different parts of the state and stuff, so it'd be hard to coordinate that fake.
There's actually supposedly a picture of one to me. It was hard to tell what it was, but it's a Google image one from when they drive the car around and take pictures for their Google Maps and stuff.
Right.
And there's one here in Laramie on the other side of the town of it's a Google image of a UFO above a church that's on the other side of town.
I'll have to Google that.
Yeah, look up Laramie and Google photo. You should be able to find it because I was able to find it.
Never met an Australian that wasn't drunk. Hey, George. Because it would be a threat. I was going to tell you a joke I remembered from the other day I saw somewhere, and then I decided it was a little too racy for your channel. It's a good joke, I'll tell you, Pam. Not on here. Too bad for a cat. It's been dead 2 years, right? All right. I'm gonna go watch Mike's fish snake video, and then Google that. Google and
Yeah, look for Laramie, Wyoming. Google image of a UFO.
all right. No more buckets and ladders. Why not, Bob? We're all adults mostly. It's the mostly part. Mostly part. It's that mostly part.
I'm gonna go see if I can eat something for dinner,
What do we do? Yeah, I know. It's
and
like
then I'll see you at
9.
yeah, on Dan's stream tonight.
Yeah, George. It's nothing about fish. It was just a funny joke. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, mods. I'll call you, Bunny. I'll tell you. I'm really afraid I'm going to have enough pressure, but we'll see.
Everybody have a good night.
On that note, good night. Thanks, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Bye. 4 star.